What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Magic Game World. If you're anything like me, you live for that high-stakes, sweaty palm gameplay where one wrong move costs you absolutely everything. The extraction shooter genre is blowing up right now, and looking at the roadmap for 2026, we are about to eat good. Today, we're breaking down the extraction shooters that need to be on your radar. We've got a stack of upcoming titles that are going to change the meta, plus a heavy hitter that just dropped that you need to be playing. So check your ammo, squad up, and let's dive in. To kick things off, we have to talk about Exoborne. Now, this isn't just another run-and-gun looter. This is an open-world tactical nightmare set in a version of the USA that has been absolutely torn apart by extreme forces of nature. The world collapsed after the Reborn Rebellion, shout out to the leader Tar, but now you're scavenging through the ruins of Colton County. Here's the catch though, your biggest threat isn't just the hostile factions or other players, it's Mother Nature herself. We're talking dynamic weather that changes the game instantly. Tornadoes, lightning strikes, apocalyptic storms, no two sessions ever feel the same. To survive, you get these insane exo rigs. You can customize them, mod them out, and actually use the weather to your tactical advantage. It's high risk, high reward. Scavenge, craft, or take loot off a dead rival. But be careful, if you go down, you lose it all. But if we're talking about industry legends entering the arena, the guys over at Bungie, yeah, the Halo and Destiny creators, are finally dropping Marathon. This is taking us to the lost colony of Tau Ceti 4. You play as a runner, a cybernetic mercenary. You and your crew of 3 are battling rival teams and security forces to secure weapons, implants, and upgrades. The vibe here is all about build crafting. Every match is a chance to experiment with your runner's unique abilities. You fill your vault, survive, and come back stronger. And look, Bungie knows gunplay. They're promising that best-in-class feel with maps for every skill level. Plus, they're going hard on anti-cheat, which is exactly what we need to hear. Now, if you want to dial up the tension and get a little darker, keep your eyes on Rules of Engagement, the Gray State. This is a tactical RPG shooter where you play as a Strider, entering the Gray State. They call this place a horrorverse because it is literally a graveyard of nightmares. Think of any monster from movies or creepypastas you love, chances are they're waiting for you in there. The loop is super intense. You drop in with a basic loadout, hunt creatures for gear, and then you have to make a choice. Do you take a safe personal exfil for a guaranteed payday? Or do you risk it all to hunt for the Atex, the big money artifact, and fight every other squad for the one seat on the extraction shop? You've got classes like Sledge, Pyro, and Phantom, so team synergy is going to beat pure aim every time. Remember, it's not about saving the world, it's just business. Speaking of survival, let's take it to the streets of Seoul, where guns aren't going to save you. This is Nakwon, Last Paradise. This provides a realistic zombie survival experience that runs on a cool dual cycle. By day, you are managing your shelter within a safe haven, crafting, upgrading gear, and actually managing your stress levels so you don't break. Then, by night, you venture into the city. You're scavenging for resources in a place crawling with infected and hostile survivors. The combat is heavy on realism. Kitchen tools become weapons, small wounds can be fatal, and sound is your enemy. You can hide, run, betray, or cooperate. If you want immersion and true tension, Nakwon is the one. Now, all those games are on the horizon, but there is one title dominating the charts that you can play right now. It released back in October 2025 and is sitting at very positive reviews. I'm talking about Ark Raiders. This is a multiplayer extraction adventure set on a lethal future Earth ravaged by a mechanized threat known as Ark. The loop here is addictive. You flow between the dangerous surface and the vibrant underground society of Speranza. In Speranza, you're safe. You craft, repair, and upgrade your gear in your workshop. Then you venture topside to scavenge across 4 distinct evolving maps. The enemies are nuts. Ark machines range from drone swarms to massive mechanical giants that will absolutely obliterate you if you aren't careful. What I love is the customization. You can kit bash scavenge materials to craft weapons. We're talking railguns, SMGs, traps, and ziplines. Plus, there's a deep skill tree with paths for survival, mobility, and conditioning. If you haven't played Ark Raiders yet, stop what you're doing and go download it. It is the gold standard right now. Heading back into the future releases, let's get truly terrifying with Beautiful Light. This comes from the indie studio Deep Worlds, and they are pushing the boundaries of immersion. This is a PvPvE tactical shooter. You've got 6 squads of 3 operators trying to enter, secure an artifact, and extract. But here is the twist. There are 6 other players controlling anomalies. That's right, you can play as the monster. Your job is to hunt, kill, and eat the operators to prevent them from extracting. The immersion here is next level. There is no floating UI. It has a diegetic UI, meaning you have to check your gear and your forearm PDA physically in the game. You hear breathing, heartbeats, realistic footsteps. It's built to stress you out. It's hardcore, it's scary, and it pushes tactical play to the limit. From indie horror, we move to the evolution of a legend. Krafton is entering the chat with PUBG Black Budget. They are taking the PUBG DNA and injecting it with a supernatural extraction twist. You're playing as a contractor sent to a classified island trapped in a time loop. You're there to uncover the truth behind the Sapiens initiative. This is an FPP first experience. You're dropping into a massive open world with up to 45 players. The tension comes from the anomaly, the supernatural force that shrinks the playable area, kind of like the old Blue Zone, but way more unpredictable. The big change here is the metagame. Between missions, you have a personal base. You can build crafting stations, upgrade your stash, and research the artifacts you extract. It's PvPvE, it's persistent, and the difficulty scales the longer you stay in the loop. This is looking like the tactical upgrade PUBG fans have been waiting for. Now, we've seen a lot of guns and gadgets so far, but what if we trade the bullets for steel and magic? That brings us to Mistfall Hunter. This is a third-person action PvPvE extraction RPG. The lore here is deep. The gods have fallen and their blood has turned into Gildan Mist, which is mutating everything. You play as a Gildan Hunter, resurrected by a girl named Dew to fix the web of fate. The gameplay is where this shines. It's fluid third-person combat with a precision aiming system that lets you hit weak points. You can chain combos, swap between weapons, and coordinate with your squad. There are 5 distinct classes like the Mercenary, Sorcerer, or Shadow Strikes. You can craft your own build with over 10 skills. It's basically Souls-like meets Extraction, and it looks incredible. And finally, to wrap this up, we're going indoors for something claustrophobic. This is the Midnight Walkers. This is a hardcore FPS set entirely inside the Liberty Grand Center, a massive mega complex in Golden County. We're talking different themed floors, a hospital, a shopping mall, a casino. It's tight, it's dangerous, and it's intense. Here's the mechanic that stresses me out. As time passes, a poison gas system spreads to random floors. You have to use elevators or stairs to escape it, but every time you move floors, your chance of running into other players skyrockets. The class system is super unique. You can play as Brick, a tank with a massive hammer. Crow is an assassin with daggers. Lockdown is your sniper, using a bow. and Bartender is the support who literally mixes cocktails to buff the squad. The zombies are deadly, but the players are worse. Triumph, Extract, Craft, and Trade. But remember, if you die, you lose it all. So, there you have it, guys. The extraction shooters that are going to dominate 2026. I gotta know, are you gonna be mixing drinks as the bartender in the Midnight Walkers? Or are you hopping into Arc Raiders today? Let me know your picks in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe to Magic Game World for more shooter news, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!